Hey everybody, welcome back to IMMYDNIGHT. I'm Midnight, and today we're going to talk about everything that you need to get into South Korea. Yeah, so I don't know what that was, what that came from, but it came, so that's we're just gonna blow past that. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Even before watching the video, just go ahead and leave that like. Go ahead and leave that like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave that subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, okay? Because your girl's been uploading. Yeah, your girl's been uploading. Yeah, regularly too, regularly as hell. Yeah. Back up. If you guys want to follow me on my social medias, it's IMMYDNIGHT. I post a lot on my TikTok, and I post like really cute stuff on my Instagram channel. I will be starting a Twitch soon, so be ready for that. Also, I have a link tree down below, so you can click on that and it'll take you to my social medias. And if you enjoy my content, you want to see more, and you want to do a little bit extra than what you guys already do, which is, you know, thank you for that, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for the comments and the subscribes. But if you want to do a little bit extra and leave a little tip, I would appreciate it. So yeah, you know, you don't have to, but if you want to, I would appreciate it. Because, you know, I'm broken, so, you know, some money, I would like, you know, some money, so, you know what I'm saying, I would like some money. Actually, positive thoughts, positive affirmations. Money will come to me. It will fall from the sky and grace my body. It will be rained upon me. I will capture it in my arms. I will stuff it inside. Hide it from the police. I'll make it home with all the monies. Anyways, so guys, let's get started with the video. So the first thing that you will need is a Qcode. I'm gonna make it float right above my hand. Yeah, it's gonna float right there. Did it work? I hope it did, because if it didn't, I'll look stupid. But anyways, first thing you need is a Qcode. What is a Qcode? A Qcode, stands for, I'll put it right here, I think it stands for like quarantine something, quarantine code. It stands for something. I'll put it up there. I'll put it somewhere. Okay, so pretty much what a Qcode is it is a barcode, not a barcode, but like an actual like code that you can save on your phone or print out, and it's gonna have all your vaccination information, including your address and other information that you need for Korea, as well as your COVID test results will be on the Qcode. So you need to have that to make your process of getting into Korea easier. Now, there have been people who have came into Korea without the Qcode. My friend that I had met, when she came into Korea, she did not have a Qcode, so she just showed them her COVID test results, and she was okay. I really do not recommend that. For me, going through the whole process was so fast and so simple. All I did was show them the code, the barcode, and they scanned it. They gave me some papers, information, and then I kept it on my way and I kept pushing. So it's really important that you do that to make your life so much easier, because after you like land and you go through the whole process, you're gonna need to make a Qcode like account just to do the second process. Like, it has to be done regardless. So it's best to do it like the day before you fly out, because by then you should have had your COVID test results given to you. Okay, so that's the first thing. Yeah, so just please make sure you do that. And if you don't have like service, make sure you screenshot the actual barcode and any other information that it gives you, so that you just have it saved onto your phone or print it out if that will make it easier for you. Okay, and number two, second thing that you need is your visa, your Keta Visa. So Keta Visa stands for Korean something Korean electronic travel visa. Korean electronic travel arrival. I don't know, but listen, I'll put it here. Pretty much, this is the visa that you need to enter Korea. It is a traveler's visa. If you're here to be a tourist and you come from the United States, you can stay up to 3 months time without like having to go through like a bunch of hugabaloo. Depending on where you come from, like, you know, so you come from some country in Europe or Africa or Australia, you know, it'll depend on your country's relationship with Korea, how long you can stay in Korea. So I recommend looking that up to figure out how long you can stay in Korea before you know, decide to travel here, so you know like the requirements for you. Now, I'm telling you from a United States perspective. So depending on your country, for the most part, it's about the same thing, but always do a double check on what is needed for your country in particular to travel to Korea. But for the most part, for almost everybody, not everybody, it's generally the same. But still do a double check. Always double check. Always double check. Always double check. Please, for the love of God, always double check everything. Okay, so for the Keta Visa, I think it was like anywhere between $5 to $10. Like, yeah, anywhere between $5 to $10 is how much it cost. Don't remember particularly, it wasn't expensive, but you still have to pay for the visa. And you need to make sure that you fill the visa out correctly. It should take approximately 24 hours for your application to go through and to be approved or not approved. It took less than 24 hours for mine to get approved, and once it's approved, you can actually look at your visa. I would recommend screenshotting it just in case. They did not ask me for my visa at the airport. However, when you're going through the immigration area, they have you give them your passport and they scan the passport. I am assuming that that is when they check on their system if my, visa is on there. That's what I'm pretty sure what that portion is. So make sure you fill it out, because I do not know what will happen to you if you don't fill it out and you get to that portion. I don't know. Like, they're not really communicative at that particular department, so I cannot help you with what. Just fill it out. Just do what you're supposed to do. Okay. Now, I will make a separate video about how to fill it out in more detail for anybody who needs help, because there is a way to go back and change the information there, because the visa does last for 2 years. So I can pretty much come back and forth in and out of Korea as much as I want, as long as I keep, doing my Qcodes every time I come in with my vaccination records and my COVID test. Because it lasts for up to 2 years. Obviously, I'm not going to live in the same spot, so there should be a way that you can change the information, change your number, and do all that stuff. So there is a way to do that, and I'll explain it in another video. Now, moving on to number 3. Okay guys, so it's me from the future. Reason why is I had to delete a whole section. I'm gonna take these off. I had to delete a whole section of the video and re-record it because there has been some updates. So congratulations, because I know this stressed me out. You don't need to get a COVID test anymore to go to Korea. So check with your country just to make sure if everything's good with your relations with South Korea. But they just released that as of September the 3rd of 2022, you no longer are required to get a COVID test before you fly to Korea. So I had to get a PCR test within 42 hours before I left the plane, and it needs to be within 42 hours or there'll be some problems and blah blah blah. And lo and behold, you no longer have to do that. Now, you still need to get your COVID test when you land in Korea. You do have to take your COVID test when you get here. It's a PCR test, and as soon as you get off the plane, and you walk out of your exit, and you just keep walking all the way to where it says, if you follow the signs that say airport train, that'll take you, and you go that direction under like the it's like a bridge looking thing. You go under, you keep going. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you get there. You're gonna see these facilities. Has like, it says there's an east one. Wait, never eat shrimp west. There's a south and west, and there's the east one, I think, and they're all like COVID facilities. You just get in line, and there's, just follow the other foreigners. And there's a paper that they give you when you get off the plane and you're going through the Qcode process. They give you a paper with all the information too, and then you just take your COVID test like while you're there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so for some honorable mentions of things that you might need. Always check with your bank before you travel anywhere if your card is going to have international fees or not. If you don't have a credit card, for the most part, most debit cards have international fees. So if you use them internationally, you will be charged a small fee. Now, I heard that there is a way to get around that fee and to get refunded that money. However, I'm not sure, and depending on your bank, it might not be possible. I would recommend looking into credit cards, or if you're someone who is responsible enough for that, because that is a good way to not to get around the international fees that be happening if you use your card online, not online, at the stores in person. But always talk to your bank and figure out, or do your own research and figure out what's the best option, because some credit cards will still charge you international fees even though it's a credit card. So you need to make sure you check those things. If you don't want to do that, make sure you bring out enough cash and find a place that you would like to go to exchange your money. I have actually a location that I think is a pretty good location. They have a pretty good rate and they're pretty nice, and I'll make a video about that another time. I'm like struggling to breathe right now. Okay. But yes, so make sure you do that. Another thing that you should possibly more than likely do is your phone. Make sure your phone is together, that you have some form of data or Wi-Fi, or you have some form of plan to get data or Wi-Fi before you travel abroad to another location. Depending on your company, if you have like T-Mobile, like and you have like Magenta Max or Magenta Plus or whatever, like one of those two or both, you have international data. So just look into that and make sure that's all up to par. Make sure the place that you're staying has Wi-Fi. There's a lot of Wi-Fi around Korea, but there's not Wi-Fi every single place that you go, and you shouldn't just depend on that. You should always have a backup plan wherever you go, just to be safe, right? So that's another thing, another honorable mention. A last honorable mention is clothing. Clothing is really important. If you are, have a bigger body, bigger than a size small or medium, if you're like large, extra large, etc., 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 I would recommend bringing all the things that you could that you would wear. Like, don't leave your suitcase empty expecting to buy a bunch of clothes. There's a possibility that you'll be able to find a lot of things, but more than likely not. I bought all the clothes that I could possibly need, and I've been to a few shops so far. Nothing will fit me besides a top, maybe. Besides a top, maybe. I'm actually on the hunt for plus size clothing stores, and I'm doing a series about that, and I'm actually supposed to be starting tomorrow, so I need to get myself together. But anyways, yes, so be aware of those things as well. Not just traveling to Korea, but traveling to any country. What's the general size? What's the clothing looking like? Because if you don't pack enough clothing to come to Korea and you're, plus size in America, girl, I don't know what you're gonna find over here. I don't know. Even if you're like an extra large, you're gonna be struggling. You're gonna struggle. If you're darker skinned complexion and you like to wear makeup, there is some like very specific places that you can find black makeup, like makeup for black people or makeup for people of like darker skin complexions. So there is a few places, but it ain't like common. You're not going to random cute Korean store and getting makeup. So at least pack things that are like pivotal to your makeup routine, and foundation, concealer, bronze, I don't know, whatever you need to do the base of your face, you're gonna have to pack that. Eyeshadows and things, you'll find that here. And I think that's pretty much it. Obviously there's other things that I could speak about coming to Korea, but I'll make another video about that. And if you have any questions about what to bring, what you need, blah blah blah, leave it down below. Okay, leave it down below so I can answer them. Last thing, okay, this is my last thing. A converter. If you live in Europe, I believe you guys have the same plugs as Korea, but I'm not sure. I believe you guys have like similar plugs. A converter. If you come from the USA, you need for sure a converter, okay? Because your plug ain't plugging up into their plug, okay? I actually have a converter that I use. I'll put it down below in the bio of the video. I'll put it down below. But you need a converter, or else you're gonna be struggling. The one I got is actually really good, and it has so many different ports. I'm like, oh, bet. It got from Amazon. It came pretty good. So if you're looking for a converter, I'll leave it down below so you guys can buy it. But anyways, that's everything so far, I think. So I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave comments down below if you have any questions. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok at IMMYDNIGHT, and also I have a link tree down below if you want to get to those social medias easier. If you guys like my content and you want to see more, you want to contribute more than what you're already doing and go above and beyond, I would appreciate it. You can leave me a tip as well through my link tree if you want. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to y'all later.